Hey guys, it's Tony with Backwoods Biker Magazine and Wood Tramp Outdoors. I was asked, how do I approach putting together my personal fire kit? Hang tight and I'm going to show you. All right, guys, welcome back. This is the main fire kit that I usually take out with me when I'm going to be out for more than like 24 hours. And it is just a clamshell style kit that actually came out of a battle box years ago. And it was, I think, designed to be a fishing kit. But because it had so many compartments in it, I thought, we brainstormed here, me and the guys, and said that'd make a perfect fire kit, and it has. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 compartments here that I have 8 styles of fire starters in there. I have a modified super match made out of UCO storm matches. This could start a fire in the rain real well. And of course, I got a Bic lighter in here, and I have an Exotac. I think this is called a Titan or something like that, but it runs off of Zippo fuel. And I think I've had this probably 6 or 7 years. They sent several of them for us to test. I kept this one, and I've only filled it twice. I got a ferro rod in here. I got a ferro rod striker. Got a hunk of fat wood and a smaller version of fat wood here. I like these sticks I make. I've got a solar source, just a magnifying lens. And then this happens to be the striker for these matches if you are having trouble with them. So, and then on the back of this, just because I'm an emergency be prepared nut, I've got some sail needles that are duct tape. I could use the duct tape for, a fire extender. I have some in here already, but I mean, a lot of things you can do with duct tape and sail needles. You don't want to be left home without them. So that's the kit itself, but something else that I wanted to make mention to you here, and we're going to put something else in this kit, but before I do, I'm just going to move all this stuff over here. I just want to encourage you to start collecting whatever it is that comes your way or you can see on sale. You might barter at a trade blanket when you're at a gathering or something. And I've got these 2 little plastic totes that sit on my shelf, one of my shelves. And I just throw whatever I come up with, I mean, I think this was sent to me from Pigfoot or Bigfoot Bushcraft. Fire plugs, I'll show them to you, but I've got some of these alcohol-based gels. I've got bigger fat wood that I've processed so I can just grab it and run. I've got powdered fat wood that I have put together over the years, and I'm going to show you what I do with that here. Little magnesium tablets, so you kind of get the idea. These came from a battle box too, and that was those pole starters are crazy. This hot snot. So I just use this stuff in order to get this kit ready before I ever go out. I got these Zippo. It says Zippo on those, but those are UCO matches that are in there. Just like this kit right here that I've never even opened. Here's another one of those lighters. Bic lighters, Exotac, different strikers, and I've got these larger ferro rods. And I always put some type of handle on it. Now, I didn't make this here. Man, I don't know the guy that made this and sent me a couple of them, but they were really, really cool. This one looks like a Viking wood carving on that. That's really cool. But I usually put antlers on mine because they're easy to come by, they're easy to work with, and once you epoxy those dudes on, they don't go anywhere. Okay, so that's kind of what I have hanging around, you know, to build my kits that I'm taking out. So let's get back to this guy because there's something else that I'm going to show you today. So, well, let me see here. All right, so I'm out of one particular fire starter that I started making years ago, and all it is a little bit of bush butter, a piece of duct tape, and some processed fat wood, and that's probably about all I'm gonna do here right now because I think I've got enough of it right there. This is what gave me the idea to bring this back out. So that's all you do is just shave this off right now. I'll put that all over there. I take this bush butter and I will go to kind of the center of the duct tape so I don't affect it being able to adhere. Now, I'm going to tell you what bush butter does. It helps to accelerate and sustain this small little bundle even in wet conditions. Okay, so there is probably, I don't know, you can see that probably right there. I'll zoom in on it for you so you can see it. Okay, that's the bush butter on the duct tape. Then, if I can get it off me, this is a T-Rex tape. Then I take the fat wood and I start placing it right over where I put the bush butter at. Okay, now you can use anything you want to. Bush butter happens to be what we make, and we're firm believers in it. So is everybody that's ever purchased it. Then I just fold this over like so, and just keep rolling it, tightening it, rolling it and tightening it. And now I leave a little bit of this kind of loose. It'll get dirty and it won't stick on that end anymore. That's what you want. I just kind of shove that stuff in the middle there. And now you have got a dynamic fire starter that will even work in the rain. Okay, I've not tried to soak it before. You know, I don't know that I would. I'm just not convinced that it would light after fat wood gets absolutely saturated with water. Now, back to this kit. As I told you, there's 8 different compartments in this kit. So, yeah, that's one of the things with putting sticky stuff in this kit. There you go. And that one, there you go. It's got these spring hinged lids, okay? And I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to be able to show this to you, all right, as to what I have in here. Okay, this is the new one I just made. I'm placing it right here. So I've got, here is a SFK1 cake, survival fire kit from Wood Tramp Outdoors, okay? Next to it is an Inferno little pad that came from, I think Self-Reliance Outfitters is the ones that sent those to us. Then we have a generic fire plug that is just woven cotton is all it is. There's nothing impregnated in here, but it will start a fire. And then I do have some more SFK1 here and here. It's because the stuff works, and it works in the rain. I got a little duct tape here. I've got a couple of these fire plugs from Bigfoot, like I told you. That's what these are. Those are wonderful. They do have some accelerant in them. And then what I just made for you and encourage you to go out and do yourself. Very easy fire starter, and it won't let you down. And this all goes in this little case right here. Very simple. Okay. And the striker, which, you know, the striker is just kind of a bonus material here. You just close it up. That's it. That's the fire kit in its whole. And again, there are 8 different compartments in here. There are, as far as material, ignition sources. You've got a lighter, a Bic lighter. You have got this Exotac liquid butane lighter. You got the ferro rod. You have got the super match, and you've got your solar source in there. So there's plenty of ignition sources, open flames, you know, to get you a fire anywhere. And that's, like I said, that's why I love this little thing. And I've tried to find more of these, and I've come up short because I've had so many people ask me to buy them. If I could buy 100, 200 of them, I would, because I know I'd sell them just overnight. But that's the way it is. So thanks for asking about that. Build your own shop source, right? To be able to collect materials. You know, you go into Walmart, and sometimes throughout the year they'll put their outdoor stuff on sale, you know, like these plugs, or I've seen a lot of things. Pick them up, anything that's on sale, because fire is something you don't want to be without. So thanks for asking. So until next time, you guys ride free, you live free, and as always, you be safe out there.